As I took the oath of office on January 20th, 1989, the weight of the world's expectations lay heavy on my shoulders. I had been Ronald Reagan's vice president for 8 years, and it was now my turn to lead. I stepped into the presidency with a clear vision: to create a kinder, gentler nation, and to manage foreign relations with a steady hand. My presidency was immediately defined by international events. The world was changing rapidly. The Cold War was ending, presenting both opportunities and immense challenges. The fall of the Berlin Wall in November 1989 was a symbolic end to communist oppression in Eastern Europe, and I worked diligently to support peaceful transitions to democracy. One of the most significant challenges came in 1990, when Iraq invaded Kuwait. My administration responded decisively. I formed a diverse coalition of nations that joined forces in what would be known as the Gulf War. We launched Operation Desert Storm in January 1991, and within weeks, Iraqi forces were expelled from Kuwait. This military action reaffirmed America's commitment to global stability and the defense of vulnerable nations. Domestically, my presidency faced economic difficulties. The early 1990s were marked by a recession. It strained many American households, and despite my earlier pledge not to raise taxes, a promise encapsulated in the phrase, "read my lips," no new taxes, economic realities forced my hand. I agreed to a budget compromise in 1990, which included tax increases. This decision was politically costly, but I believed it was necessary to address the deficit and fiscal challenges. In environmental policy, I was proud to sign the Clean Air Act amendments in 1990. This legislation aimed at combating acid rain, urban air pollution, and toxic air emissions was a significant step forward in environmental protection. On the global stage, I also focused on strengthening our relationships. The Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, START-I, signed with Mikhail Gorbachev in 1991, was a landmark agreement in the reduction of nuclear arms. My term also witnessed the formal end of the Cold War with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. I worked to ease tensions and foster a cooperative relationship between the United States and the newly independent states that emerged. As my presidency drew to a close in 1993, I reflected on my time in office with a mixture of pride and disappointment. Although I was not re-elected, I took solace in my efforts to navigate the United States through a transformative period in global history, always striving for peace and stability. As I left office, I hoped my tenure would be remembered for its contributions to ending the Cold War, promoting global coalition building, and setting a moral compass toward a new world order, one characterized by less conflict and greater understanding.